Good day, everyone. This is Jeff Kent, the Vice President of Smart Platforms for Procter & Gamble's Product Supply Engineering globally. Thank you for joining me for OPC Day International 2023. Today, I will briefly share with you some of the exciting work that P&G is undertaking to drive our Product Supply 3.0 transformations that will serve our customers and markets around the world. Specifically, I will share how we're bringing to life seamless connected data that is unlocking real value through intelligent operations in our plants and distribution centers. These efforts can only be accomplished by leveraging the scale, approaches, and technologies of OPC, as well as our global industry partners. As we further consider Procter & Gamble's Supply 3.0 strategies, we are committed to even better serve our customers and markets with irresistibly superior products through the application of these Supply 3.0 strategies. One of these strategies is focusing on seamless data and touchless flow. This strategy is absolutely critical to P&G getting the fullest value out of its Industry 4.0 investments in product supply. As we look at the challenge and opportunities to leverage seamless data interconnections in P&G, we immediately look to the data required to enable intelligent operations and serve the development and deployment of AI and machine learning algorithms. We've discovered 4 primary jobs to be done to serve these needs, to democratize the data that comes from our manufacturing equipment and then be able to scale the machine learning solutions. The first challenge and job to be done is to get the data out and get that data out of the equipment in the right contextualized and at the right data resolution. The second is to actually be able to take that data, transform that data, use that data, and actually build a proven, validated machine learning model. Once we have the model, then the next opportunity is how to actually run and operationalize that model in a production format in and around the control system in a particular deterministic way. And then finally, the fourth is actually to be able to roll that out, scale that to all of our operations, and then maintain that over the day-to-day 24-hour operations that is required to be successful. Considering these jobs to be done for seamless data interconnections and intelligent operations, we in Smart Platforms have committed to a mission of freeing the OT. We have learned 5 keys to serve this mantra. Number 1, understand and respect the control systems, the source of this information, the source of this data. This is the key subject matter area by which the data comes from and how it will be operationalized once the algorithms have been created. So thus we have to respect how those systems operate, the determinism and the time nature of those systems. Number 2, we have to plan for and build end-to-end data models that include time series data and the contextualization of that data to then be fused together with other data sources in the enterprise. Number 3 is to make sure you plan for the high-speed, low-latency sensor and control system data that's really the core of how this equipment and the transformations run. To build an algorithm, you're going to ultimately need probably more high-speed data than you've ever anticipated to be able to work at the control system level. Number 4, make sure that you have a plan for your IT-OT convergence. Make sure you have a plan for full enterprise integration, but also make sure that you're independent at the control system as well. So the introduction of control edge and other technologies exist in the enterprise, but they're also capable to perform unto themselves. Then number 5, to make sure you have a full enterprise architecture that's balanced. So you should have a balanced investment in industrial IoT capability at your device level, investment at your control edge level, investment at your OT or server edge, as well as the larger cloud. That all has to come together in a very, very effective way. Then ultimately, putting these 5 keys together, leveraging technologies and protocols from OPC, as well as your industry partners, can allow you to have a very, very healthy ability to what we call freeing the OT. Let me just spend a few more minutes again talking about the concept of free the OT. Admittedly, I've spent the majority of my 25-year career with P&G working from the control system up as I participate in the emergence of IT-OT convergence. But I think it's absolutely critical that people respect the role that the control system plays in IT-OT convergence, and thus the term freeing the OT. We want to be able to contribute by freeing the data from these key transformations in equipment and automation. We want that to participate in the reference architecture, but we also need it to be fully respected, because in the end, the data that comes from the control system has to be part of a unified data model in the enterprise, as well as be able to perform back down at the control system. So we feel very passionately that free the OT means freeing the data from our operational technology assets that we typically view as control systems, as well as making sure the control system and its information technology can still perform with or without the full enterprise. Many of the sites in P&G may be at a maturity where a control edge device is as effective as the full enterprise, or even some of our key suppliers or other partners would want to perform at a control edge device rather than the full enterprise. So, I could speak at great length about my belief in freeing the OT and freeing the data, but also making sure that it can perform in a very high performing independent way and the control system as we work on data. Putting the building blocks of seamless data interconnection and the emergence of AI machine learning together to drive intelligent operations, we in P&G recognized that we needed a step change in the simplification and affordability to introduce the seamless interconnection of data and thus the machine learning and AI on top of it broadly in our plans. So we introduced a product, which is a technology stack at the control edge that we've called the SmartBox. The SmartBox coexists with the larger enterprise architecture in our plans. And in addition, we created a service and a methodology for MLOps and machine learning, which we declared as WISE. Putting these two concepts together, we've been able to make a drastic improvement in how we've been able to democratize the flow of data in our sites, as well as the ability to then build and operationalize machine learning algorithms either at the control edge or have those same algorithms work in the larger reference architecture in Procter & Gamble. As we then considered how SmartBox and WISE would be operationalized and integrated into our larger reference architecture, we had to consider what was going to be the best unifying approach to serving the communication and the data model and the integration all the way up the enterprise technology stack. Of course, we used APIs like many other companies and many other approaches, but we've also been looking and introducing OPC-UA and its extensions like OPC-UA Field Exchange or OPC-UA Time-Sensitive Networking to allow for us to evolve with some industry standards and our partners. We find it is one of the most effective unifying approaches that we can apply, as well as our own specific APIs, and also a common bond between us and our industry partners as we look to serve what we have today and evolve as the devices, the controllers, the control edge, our OT edges, and our cloud all need to perform in this intelligent operations environment. So as I bring my comments to a close today, I think it's very clear that P&G is excited about bringing our Supply 3.0 strategies to life, serving the strategy of seamless interconnected data to bring to life machine learning and artificial intelligence as a part of our intelligent operations value creation mission, that it's absolutely critical that we build a healthy, unified data model approach in our manufacturing and distribution sites, and how we're doing so with some very, very intentional and practical solutions at the controllers, at the devices, at the control edge, all the way up through on-prem servers and to the cloud. And the challenge in doing so is to find a unifying approach that can be effective in the short term and in the long term. Also, that it's industry supported and industry driving. And we find no better way to do so than to take what we know how to do internally with our APIs and combine that with what OPC-UA and its collection of technologies represent. We're on the journey, right? We don't have it all figured out, but we're very proud of the hundreds of installations that we're bringing to life across that technology stack with a unifying communication approach and a unified data model that respects the things that I spoke about earlier within the context of the challenges to bring machine learning to life, the key takeaways about our mantra on freeing the OT. And what we really find with OPC Foundation, OPC UA, is they can stand with us as this all evolves. And anything that we've done to this point will be able to be supported, or anything that we need to transition, we can very effectively transition with what I said is the extensions of OPC UA. So we all want the same outcomes. We're really proud to be members of OPC UA. We're proud to see that the mission they're on is aligned very, very tightly with the mission we're on, as far as seamless data and intelligent operations. And we only hope to contribute in more to the overall foundation and continue to benefit from our membership of OPC UA. So great to celebrate OPC UA and the International Day we have this week, as well as the participation that Procter & Gamble gets as contributing and receiving from the members of this great global community. So thank you very much.